Hello, I'm happy to be here again today. I am Philip Adebayo, Pastor Philad, the WISDOMAQUINE coach. On this platform, as you know, this is WISDOMAQUINE Love Matter, and we attend to questions that have to do with locomasepa, love, courtship, marriage, sex, parenting, and family. Send your questions in these various dimensions, and by the grace of God, we are going to be attending to them. Make use of the number that is being displayed on the screen, and we'll get the question and you will see the answer right on the screen as you are watching this particular one. Or if you also want us to make it private between us and you, we will also do that. But we do this, we put it on the screen so that others who are having similar challenges can also learn and make corrections where necessary. And that's why we make it anonymous. We don't mention names, we don't mention the town or the city where the question is coming from, so that somebody will not try to be suggesting who is having this challenge that we are treating. We get questions from across the globe. So the questions are not just Nigerian based, they are not just Africa based, they are global questions. We get questions from everywhere. So you can send in your own question as well, and by the grace of God, we will attend to them. Don't also forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media handles as they are being displayed on the screen. And I know that God will bless you and you will get a lot of value in return. Also remember to like this particular post and put in your comments by the time you listen to what we are going to be discussing today. Whatever your view may be, drop your comment and I will be responding to it accordingly. Now, let's go into today's question after this break. Wow. You are welcome back. Today's question says, please sir, is it advisable to marry a lady that is not productive? Wow, what a question. Is it advisable to marry a lady that is not productive? We are going to be looking into this and providing answer. Now the answer. I would like to start by asking you, how did you know on earth that she's not productive? I hope you have not been trying to get her pregnant before marriage, because I don't understand how you got to know that she's not productive. If you have been doing that, trying to sleep together to know if she's productive or not, you need to stop that. It is highly ungodly. Don't do it again. Please, let it stop there. Nevertheless, there are certain conditions that may suggest or that may make it known that a lady is unproductive, and I'm going to be itemizing them one after the other. The first incident that can prove that a lady is unproductive is if she has confided in you or opened up to you that, about her past life. Maybe she has been involved in a surgery or an abortion, and through the doctor's report, she has been made to know that she can never give birth again. Perhaps the abortion or a particular surgery for her health cost her her womb or any part of her reproductive system, and they have told her that she can never give birth again. That is humanly speaking. That can be one of the ways you can know that she is not productive. The second way by which you can know that a lady is not productive is that if she has been in a previous relationship or marriage in the past and she had tried everything possible to be productive, to get pregnant, and she could not achieve it after doing everything that should be done normally, and yet she did not get pregnant. That is another way. Maybe due to death of her former spouse, she needs to remarry, and from the experience and the evidence of her previous marriage, there is no proof that she can give birth based on all that has been done. Or maybe she went into the kind of divorce which is restitutional in nature, in a situation where she happened to be a second or third wife in a marriage, and she has now encountered Christ, and she has left that marriage and needs to marry her own husband now. And she knew that all the efforts she made in the previous marriage never led to a pregnancy. That is another way that you can use to know that a lady is unproductive. So I believe those 2 points will serve as a good background for me to answer your real question of whether you can marry or not a lady that is unproductive. The fact that you can marry her or not marry her depends on 3 factors. And the first one is the purpose of the marriage. The second factor is your mutual agreement. And the third factor is your mutual faith. Wait, I'm going to explain them one after the other. So let me address the first point, the purpose of marriage. There are three purposes for marriage. Number one is for companionship. Number two is to make you to avoid fornication. And number three is to produce and raise godly children. Now, if the purpose why you are married is not for raising children, perhaps you are a widower and you already have the number of children you would like to have in your life, and you only need somebody who can be a mother to your children, just to be a wife in your life and to be a mother to your children, and you can through that satisfy your sexual desires and also avoid fornication. And if she's okay with that and she also does not care about having children in that marriage, she's okay to come and take care of your children as their mother, fine. There is no reason why you cannot marry her, because you are not marrying for the purpose of producing and raising children through her. But if the reason you want to marry is basically to have children, you don't have children at all, and you desire to have your own biological children, I will advise you to think twice before you go ahead. And as I proceed, you will understand why I said you need to think twice. Now to the second point, your mutual agreement. It is not every married couple that agrees to have children. In some climes, people marry and they don't desire to have children. And it depends on culture and it depends on your faith and what you believe. In some places, they don't see it as a big deal that you marry and you don't have children, and they are just okay with it. And some couples may agree that they will adopt children. So they know, both of you know, that this lady cannot give birth, and as a result, you have agreed before you go into the marriage that you are going to adopt children from orphanages or from relations or from wherever, and it is okay with you. It's an opinion that both of you have settled with. There is no reason why you cannot marry that woman who cannot reproduce children. It is no big deal if that is the agreement you have both reached and you are both okay with it. The third factor, your mutual faith. If both of you are die-hard believers who believe that there is nothing God cannot do, and you have no fear, you believe that you will stay with God, you will stand in the place of prayer, and you will keep pulling the mighty hand of God until He answers you to give you your own children, and both of you are on the same page on this, there is no reason why you cannot go ahead, because you are on the same page, you have the same level of faith, and you both agree to go into the marriage believing that God is going to do it. If your faith is that strong, why not? You can go ahead and marry her. But if your faith is not strong enough and you want to have children, and you believe you need to have your own children, and you don't have that level of faith and that patience to wait on God until whenever He's going to answer you, please, you need to think twice and consider. In fact, I will advise you, don't go into such a marriage, because your faith does not carry it. You can only survive what your faith can carry. If your faith cannot carry it, fear is going to finish you in that marriage, and the home is going to break at the end. So if you are still in the process of courtship for now, it will be advisable you break the courtship, because broken courtship is far better than broken marriage. So this is how far we are going to go today by the grace of God. I believe that answer has been provided to that question. But if you have any additional comment or you would like to say something based on the question or the answer I've given, you are free to drop your comment in the comment section below, and I'll also be there to attend to anything that may need my attention. And don't forget to also share this post. Let others who may be having this kind of challenge get to see this post, so that they can also benefit from whatever answer that has been given. And I would also like you to like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media handles, as you can see them displayed on the screen. And you are also free, maybe you or your loved ones around you who may be having one marital challenge or the other, or relationship issues, to ask that they can send your question. You can also send yours to us using the number that is displayed on the screen. But don't forget that your question must be LOCOMASEPAF compliant. On this WISDOMAQUINE Love Matter, we attend to 6 issues that have to do with relationship and marriage: love, courtship, marriage, sex, parenting, and family. Any question in those 6 areas, we'll be glad to receive them and also provide answers to them. God bless you. See you next time. I remain Philip Adebayo, Pastor Pilat, the WISDOMAQUINE coach. Bye.